Good afternoon. This is Wednesday, the winning window, the next episode, week 32. And this winning window is for the next year, the new year, which is going to happen soon. We are just 6 months, almost 6 months over for this year. So, the winning window for the new year 2020. And today's topic is how to actually ask people, or how to teach people, rather, how to teach people to treat you the way you want. A lot of you have emailed me and also have messaged me on Facebook Messenger, and have been telling me that you've been facing issues. Some of you have been facing issues with your parents, that your parents are constantly nagging you, even though you are adult, even though you are in your 30s and 40s, and you're still facing that the parents are nagging you and telling you certain things. Some of you have been facing some issues with your partners, be it a business partner or your spouse or your life partner. Some of you have been facing these issues with your peers or the other people around you, or your bosses who are telling you that, that probably you're not good enough, or they're directly telling you that, you're not doing this right, or you're not doing that right. Now, a lot of you have, felt and this thing that, you want to ask me that, what can we do? So what can we change so that all these people around me just shut up? Just shut up and keep quiet, in terms of like, I'm doing whatever I need to do, and every time I'm trying to take a new step, somebody is coming in the way and telling me that how bad I am, and how am I not able to get there, or how will I not be able to accomplish what I have set myself up to. So I'm sure there is one or the other person in your life as well who's telling you that something that you have done in your life right now is not okay. Yeah? I totally get you, because see, I have been through this, and I have had so many people in my life telling me that, how am I not good enough? So you want to know, how can you change that aspect? That how can you teach people to give you respect, to give you love, and to basically understand that these are the things that you can do, and that these are the things that you can't do. Now, there's one simple secret to this. This is an ultimate secret to this particular question. And the answer to it is the way you treat yourself. Yes, the way you treat yourself, you will help people and guide people to treat you that way. Listen to me once again, okay? The way you treat yourself, people will treat you same way. They are going to get the guidance or the guidelines of treating you the way you treat yourself. Now, most of you probably haven't really understood what I meant here. Okay, what I meant here is, every time that challenge or that thing comes, or something that you do, what do you tell yourself? Do you tell yourself that, oh wow, this is amazing and you're really doing well? Or you tell yourself, oh shit, you can't even do this? Or you tell yourself, okay, you did this, but maybe you can do better than this next time. Now see, the sentence that I said, that you did well this time, but maybe you can do better next time, is not coming from a space of celebration. It's not coming from the space of pushing your boundaries, or becoming the best version of yourself. It's coming from the space of, okay, I mean, you have done it, but you could have done better than that. Now tell me honestly, if you reflect in your life as a child, you may have heard these statements from your parents, from your teachers, or from your relatives, somebody who's around you, who's an authority figure, who's told you that you're not good enough, or maybe you could do something differently, or maybe try more, like you can, you're not doing well. Every time somebody comes and tells you this, the number one thing that comes in your way is your self-esteem, okay, your self-image. Both get affected, and both the times you feel that, oh, if my parent is telling me that I can do better than this, or maybe if I have not done well in this, maybe I'm not really good enough. Initially, you may have your parents' voice, you may have your teacher's voice, maybe any authority figure's voice coming and telling you in your mind again and again that you're not good enough or you can't do it. It's not possible for you. You're not capable for it, or you're not really good at it. All of these voices that you hear in your head as a child when you grow up, okay? Now, whether you're in your 20s, whether you're in 30s, 40s, 50s, some of you may be in 60s. And some of you may want to do some things and these voices keep coming back to you. And then I have, my clients coming and telling me that they hear these voices coming from their parents, their teachers, their authority figures, the people around them, and telling them how they're not capable enough. And what happens is that puts you immediately into the blame space. That you think that, okay, these people really put me in this space and these people, you start blaming the other people for the outcomes that you're generating or not generating in your life. Now, my question to you is, when you become 18, does your parent come and tell you that, you need to do your bed or you need to take bath, you need to, shower and get ready and get going? No. Now at 18, you start doing it your own stuff and you start pretty much getting all the adult benefits in the world. Right or right? It is, right? So when you become 18, you take all the adult benefits. But even if you're 20, 30, and 40s, you still blame other people for the voices that you hear in your head. Maybe you're still staying with those people and those people still tell you that you're not good enough. But my question to you is again that at 18, if you do all those things that your parents have once told you to do, they no longer tell you at 18, you do it on your own. So what if take a responsibility of becoming your own parent when you become 18? How would that be that if you become your own parent at 18 and if you hear these voices in your head, like being like a good parent, if you could tell yourself that I am good enough, I can do this, I am capable of it, I'm really beautiful, I'm amazing, I'm extraordinary. I know it's difficult. It's difficult when you especially hear those voices which are coming from behind and those people constantly telling you that you're not capable. A lot of these days, I'm getting students or maybe even people, those who are in their 30s and 40s coming to me and telling me that, my mother or my father, they still tell me that how am I bad or how am I not good enough. Every time they tell me that, you're not doing this right or you're not doing that right. Now trust me, when they tell you that thing, okay, I had my parents telling me those things also. So I'm not saying that they're right and you're right or they're wrong and you're wrong. Nothing like that. Each one of you are good and I would say right in your own perspective. But the whole point is, if your parent is telling you that, what is your response to it? Are you admitting to it? Are you really saying okay to it? Or are you then telling that no, even if my parents says these things to me, or even if my teachers say this probably, or even if my friends say this probably, I am not what they say, but I am what I decide to be. And when you decide that, how about taking some actions that you're not every day taking? If you want to be the best version of yourself, if you want to be that best person, if you want to be that deserving person, then you can't keep doing the things that you've been doing all the time. When I continuously encountered these voices or this chatter in my head whenever I wanted to do something else in my life, and I'm telling you, those chatters will come back to you because that's natural that those chatters will come back to you. So what are you going to do with that chatter? Now I'll tell you why these chatters are important to you. Okay, why these chatters are so much important to you. These chatters are important to you because you feel that when you were a child, these are the authorities or these are the people, those whom you looked up to or believed in. They have told you that you're not good enough. But they told you that you are not good enough at the age of probably 4 and 5. They may be still doing it. But you still have a capability right now. If you claim yourself, if you keep blaming, you still give the power back to them. But if you claim that this is your life and you will want to make it what you want to make out of it, Because when somebody's putting you in that space, whose harm, whose problem is it? Is the person going through something, or are you going through something? When you don't achieve that thing, you are keeping yourself at the back seat. And is it helping you? If it's not helping you, if you want a different outcome, then claim that problem, claim that thing. And if you feel that you're not good enough, it's coming from mostly the lower vibrations and the lower vibrational frequencies that you generate through these chatters. What you need to get over is these 5 things: guilt, anger, shame, regret, and jealousy. Okay, let me repeat it again: guilt, anger, regret, shame, and jealousy. These are the 5 emotions. Those have lower vibrational frequencies. Now, each one of us have been through those emotions some or the other time. How long do you stay in that emotion? Now, these emotions are also generated from some past experiences of yours, where you felt that you're not good enough and you felt guilty, you felt the regret about it, you probably got angry on yourself, you felt jealous that you don't have it and somebody else has it, and worse is you got into the shame. Shame of not being complete, shame of not being whole, shame of not being that good enough child to your parents, or maybe that not good enough student to your teacher. So as a child, you felt those emotions. Now you no longer need to feel those emotions, because you're still feeling those emotions, and that is why you're not treating yourself right. When somebody says that you're not good enough, you're also telling yourself, you're reiterating that you're not good enough by believing in them. You may be getting angry for them saying that, but you still believe in it, and that's why you get angry. Understand this concept, okay? So what you need to do is you need to get over these 5 emotions which are not helping you to grow in your life, which are not helping you to become that whole person that you are. So the simple thing that I would suggest you to do is, there are 2 things that you can do to get over this, okay? 2 things. One is, if you are a person who's more of a yes person, okay, because when you have this anger, regret, shame, guilt, and jealousy in your space, what you're going to do is you are going to be that yes person. You're going to please others so that you feel good and they speak good for you. So when they speak good for you, you will be feeling good about yourself because you've given the power to them. Okay, so what you want to do is you are going to probably keep saying yes to the things that you don't want to do. Okay, when you don't want to do those things, you will probably keep saying yes. And anyways, when you're not really happy when saying yes, the other person will get it. Okay, they don't want your unhappy yes. But you'll keep saying yes to the things, and you'll reluctantly probably even do those things wherein you will feel, disgust about it, or you'll not like it, you will get upset about it, and even more those cycle of emotions will churn out. And that's not going to help you. That's really not going to help you to grow in your life or what you want to achieve. How do you help people to treat you the way you want? Because when you say yes to everything, you are going to invite people going to come and tell you to and dump their stuff on you, and you will keep taking it as if it's mandatory because you want to please those people. Yesterday, I met one of my coaching clients, and she came and she said that, my boss tells me to do this one thing, and because I really want to be, and she was howling and crying, by the way, when she was talking to me this, and she said how overwhelmed I feel and how I'm treated so badly, how my boss takes me for granted. I know things around me are not great. My colleagues are not really treating me well. And in the conversation, when she calmed down a bit, when I was helping her, and she told me that her boss gives her one task and she does 4 more tasks. Can you believe that? Like, your boss gives you one task and you're doing 4 more tasks just to make her feel better that you are a good employee. Now, if you're going to do those extra things, which if the person is not even asked you to do them, A, you're probably not going to do them properly. 2, you're taking extra responsibility of other people on you. The 3 is you're probably giving an impression that you're all the time available for anybody in your life. It could be a boss, it could be your spouse, it could be your life partner, business partner, it could be your parents. you're showing that you don't really have your boundaries clear. Like, this is something that you can do, and this is something you can't do, and this is something you want to do, and this is something that you don't want to do. Now, if you keep doing things that you don't want to do, you're not keeping your healthy boundaries. And when you're not keeping your healthy boundaries, it is going to bounce back on you, and you're going to feel worse about yourself. Okay? So, most importantly, learn to say no more often than yes. The things that you don't want to do, say no to it. Say no to it. Now, when I say this, analyze, judge, understand what are the things that you don't want to do. What your heart says that I don't want to do. Don't take extra responsibilities just to please people. Okay? And the second remedy, the first thing is say no, more no's than yes. And the second thing I want you to do is, this has helped me and the thousands of people that I've worked with, because I have realized while working with all those people that the most things that stop you from achieving what you want to achieve is these emotions and the things that you don't forgive yourself for. Okay, you hold yourself responsible for the past or the events that has happened in your life, and because of that you don't forgive yourself. Now, I want you to do this activity or exercise every single day. Okay, pick up at least 5 incidences or 5 things in your life that you need to forgive yourself for. Pick up 5 things. It could be same 5 things in your life that you want to forgive yourself for. It could be being in a situation which you had to compromise in. It could be being in a situation you probably had to give in or say yes more often than no, or being in any of the such place or such things that you had to do some things that you didn't really want to do. So in that case, I would suggest you to forgive yourself. Write down those 5 incidences in your whole of life that you want to forgive yourself for. Okay, and I want you to do this exercise. Okay, it has helped a lot of people, and maybe it will help you too. I would really like you to come and tell me if it has helped you or not helped you. Comment on email or message me and tell me personally how does it help you. Okay, so the mirror exercise, which I make people go through, and they really beautifully tell me that how it has made a difference to their lives. So bring, either you have a physical mirror in front of you, or maybe imagine a mirror in front of you, okay, where you can see your reflection. When you see your reflection, I want you to talk to yourself and tell yourself this. Like, I'll take my example. Like when I say that, Meghna, I forgive you for being this way. Meghna, I forgive you for doing this. Meghna, I forgive you for not being here for this person. Meghna, I forgive you for not taking care of yourself at this point of time. So pick up those 5 things that you want to forgive yourself from the heart. Okay. Now the day one, it's not going to be easy because you've been holding on to those emotions. You've been holding on to that past, and that past has now built your present. So it's not going to be easy to let go of that past. Okay, so it's going to be probably very difficult, where you probably will start crying on the first day, like, now, oh God, how can I do this to myself that I could not take care of myself? I forgive myself for doing that. Do this constantly, okay? Do this constantly. Do it for a month. And I promise you, I assure you, there will come a time in your life when you're going to look into the mirror and say this very easily. That is the time you know that you have healed those aspects or those past, personalities or those past events in your life, and they are no more holding you back. They are no longer the shackles in your ankle to pull you back. So I want you to do these 2 things I told you to do. Say more no than yes, and do the forgiveness exercise, and write back to me. I'm here coming back to you every week and sharing with you one new thing that I feel that I pick up from your emails or your comments that you want me to address now. Now, this exercise you can do any of the area of your life or any of the relationship in your life that is bothering you. First, start treating yourself appropriately, and you will see that others treat you appropriately the way you want. Okay? What you talk to yourself, you will just see the reflection of it in the outside world. So change your personal conversation. What you talk to yourself makes a lot of difference. It looks very simple, but it's not easy. Okay, it looks very simple, it's not easy. So I'm here with you every time that you feel like talking, telling me, or coming up with something that is you find difficult in. Please write to us. I will definitely try and cover it in the next episode. Okay, and if you want to attend my next Ultimate Success program, which is happening on 22nd of May in Mumbai, the numbers are given on the description, and also a link is given in the description. So you can very well sign up through the link, or you can call on the number. Be the part of this free event where I share the 3 ultimate secrets to the success. Okay, be the part of it. And if you really, really have some burning thing that's going on in your life and you want some solution about it, do write to me. See you next week, next Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. The Winning Window with yet another episode of The Winning Window. Bye-bye.